Yo, what's up, man? What's going on, YouTube? Long time no speak, but yo, there's a couple things I want to speak about, going on with the corona pandemic, with other individuals, with considering this COVID-19 situation, and then and them doing what they doing, and then the corona, and then with the according to the coronavirus, and this COVID-19 situation. But like I said, I was out of town. I dropped my cell phone in Montana, somewhere out in the north, and then somebody picked it up. So it's all right though. I'm okay now. I got a new phone, but I wanted to say this. I was staying in hotels and a bunch of other things. And I was like, yo, damn, all these people got me staying in hotels. And then they were talking about coronavirus and all type of stuff. And I'm like, yo, wow, if they really cared, why the fuck they put, this is a year of refinement, jewel stone, and element reflection. Why were they trying to push their intentions with their credit card and conduct, trying to with other individuals, so they had to be separated and stuff like that. So I had edified it a couple times. And I edified it a couple times. I had edified it a couple times. But I was like, yo, if they're going to the, magnetism conduct, if they're doing certain things like that before, and they had to be separated, what kind of conduct would it lead into? You know what I'm saying? So there was a lot of things I spoke about, man, during this time. It's just like the situation with this girl in my house. I was going through something with my Ching family, where I think the value of mounting a certain type of things wasn't there a certain type of way, and I had to put it back there. And then the other children I had to save within the family with the social habitation stars and stuff that had to been saved just to be okay, because things had happened already. So another person got a second chance in life with certain things, but it was alright though. But I was thinking about this girl. I got into an incident where this girl tried to steal bottles from me and send somebody to steal a bottle from me while I was going through situations with my Ching family. And then, well, and I don't know if anybody, I don't know if the girl knew about it. She didn't say nothing, or she was just trying to be manipulative about it. She tried to take some bottles when I came from out of town back to New York. And then when she tried to take the bottles and stuff, I told her no, and then I told the lady no. Then the girl, the lady asked the other lady of the house, and then she was like, "Yo, let her take it." I was like, "No, those are my bottles. Don't take it. I want to keep my bottles and stuff." And then the girl came from upstairs bedrooms and said, "No, I'm gonna take it. This and other. You could give it to her." And she started, I own the land in continent, so she was like, "Oh, this is my house." And speaking about that, the police need to give me back my house keys. I don't know what they were thinking, but they need to give me back my house keys. And I put the other four World Trade Center buildings back, so all five of them are back in Manhattan and stuff. But I didn't go take a look at it. I just came to New York. I just didn't care. It's not like I didn't see it or something, but I just didn't care to view, to acknowledge it a certain type of way. But anyway, then I was, the girl tried to have come assault me for the bottles, and then we got into a little altercation and stuff. So I had to stop her because I didn't want her robbing me intelligently when it came to physics. And then, I was thinking about other things that, when people are trying to break into the banks, the international security got to stop them, because they're using, you remember, we're going into the future. So that means they're using cars, cars, certain purchases of little minute things you wouldn't believe, jewelry, cars, on my land, because I own the continent and land. So that means they're using jewelry, cars, apartments, vehicles, other little accessories that you wouldn't believe and stuff, and then they're just trying to manipulate the element because somebody breaking into the bank digitally and doing bank frauds, credit card scams. That means they're manipulating the elements to get to the bank. So because it's a natural security even in mythology, metaphysics, and certain things. So a person that doesn't know the pattern to what's originally going on to social habitation, if they're trying to figure out the pattern and it wasn't part of the original pattern, those are the individuals trying to break into the bank in a paradigm. Because remember, we're in the year of refinement, reflection, jewel stone, and elements. So you got to think about all these type of situations with other people that I'm speaking about. It's not concerning me because I own the land. So my situation is real different. I'm just telling you what it is because I'm looking even at a time where a person got to take a real detriment. Like, what is going on? One has to really know about it. You know what I'm saying? So I was looking at that because they're gonna do physics to break it to the banks and high current of magnetism or certain things. They're gonna be using certain type of frequencies, and then they're gonna be trying to maneuver in social habitation away. But they're gonna try to get maneuver like they got a steady money flow, and individuals that's supposed to naturally be moving like that, you would never realize it a certain type of way. Sometimes it'll be evident for certain things, but certain things you wouldn't realize, and then that's what the situation is because everybody on one place congested. It's just like another person that's trying to bum rush. It's just like, you ever seen a movie playing, they bum rushing, a person throwing money in the air, or you see girls that want money and they because that changed their life and thought about it and stopped being strippers and used to go to strip parties, and then they see the value that they can accumulate naturally just by their fit. Because remember, I made all feminine beings that's all pretty and sexy. I made them naturally, so the natural value they could accumulate instantly of their horizon of their arousal will be instant to the value that individuals will put out. But remember, everything of mine is perfect. But when a person's manipulating them to try to, what they would have to do and do their muscles to stop them individuals from murdering, killing them, they would have to notice that the individual's trying to devalue their physical because they want to get at them because, they're not their soulmate, or it might be other emotions, and them being on a high intense level of allure or attraction, they're very, people may be fearful of them and be trying to manipulate to get through them a certain type of way because they're noticing the obstacle. When a person ain't on their level, they're gonna notice the obstacle. If they're trying to, if it's something else to the humane condition, they're gonna be trying to manipulate through your physical to get at you a certain type of way, or get at your mental to get at your physical and cause you not to care, or be slothful, and then all type of other things happen. And then you gotta be careful because one has to always regard themselves. So but you can't nitpick at every little thing. But if I told you I'm your soulmate, I made everything perfect. The reason why any feminine being has an earth, because I'm still walking on the earth and I'm still alive. And then when you really take a look at me, I'm a real handsome dude. You wouldn't believe it, real handsome. But I just don't want to show it though, because I have my reasons for certain things. So I'm just on a fair level of judgment to other things that's going on in the paradigm because I want to be precise with certain other things. I could be intensified in it, but I just don't want to be too barbaric or brutal a certain type of way. I'm more of a real hands-on individual, but more how can I say this? My etiquette is of wonderful ethics for other individuals at the time. But I'm gonna be real. It's just like back in the days, they used to call me crazy before I got shot in Boogie Night. I had stopped it. That healing from it in social habitation. But when I got shot in Boogie Night, they were calling me crazy because remember I'm the paradigm of time. So the present time, the all creation time, all present time, all future time, all in one. I'm just walking and still working and everything. But I'm just gonna tell you just like this. The funny situations about it is just like it's like when I in the paradigm when I was getting shot and I was going through it, when I was playing sports, doing martial arts all the time, I was going through certain things. and because I used to work out, and then I did martial arts, so of course I played sports, natural sports, on times that I enjoyed for myself. I played. I didn't play. I inhabited in the quality of one's conduct of certain things at times. So, but at a time, when I before I got shot, they used to call me crazy. But I used to look at people like, they didn't understand what was going on because I was perfectly logically insane and also sane. But the reason why they called me crazy because it's like I was so militant and fierce because I was knew what was happening to me and I was going through it, and I was precise because I wanted to conquer the situation for people to be able to heal. So they were calling me crazy because if a person gets shot and I'm the paradigm of time, that means obviously at the time it is flowing away a certain type of way, and then I'm turning up because I gotta make sure I stay alive. So my logical sensibility to the way I did um Dawu and all type of stuff was really a certain type of way, but I don't do stuff like that anymore. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm healing off of it after 40 years, a certain type of way pressure, so I don't have to get into stuff like that. So a person can't look at me as being crazy, a certain type of way. Like if they're saying that I'm crazy or trying to make me crazy because the way they are is because the fact is they're manipulating, because now you get to see me how it was before that situation even happened, like it didn't even happen, and I could get to be logically sane and then show you your stupidity or show you why you don't even intellectually why you don't fuck with a nigga on a level, because something could happen and you wouldn't believe in life what could occur a certain type of way. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna just say just like this, a lot of situations. It was just like thinking about a bunch of people and doing certain things like, my wife and them, like I don't vouch for people. I don't do certain things, but I gotta show you in a paradigm why a person is really logical in the paradigm. It's just like if a person's getting at somebody in a paradigm, they try to weigh out the levels, but they're actually doing it to themselves also. So it intensify the energy, it'll play out to the physics. So you gotta be careful what other people doing to certain people, especially when they're your elders of your social star chart. I'm the elder of all. I'm the real parent of all. But I'm gonna tell you, just like when I was my wife and I was tell my international security and my caretaker a story about me being Zeus, but the way that my wife did it, and tried to bring in the children to be complete, to see their consideration in mind. But you gotta remember, I have a wife, energy's mother, gravity's mother, my moon wife, my space wife. A lot of my wives of conduct and elements, they used to put people away in jugs and stuff like that too in ancient times, in ancient Egypt and stuff. But say for instance, like, you ever imagine a child that gets taken away, gets put in a cave, and then next thing you know, he's doing martial arts and being barbaric in the cave, right? But then say my wife, you ever, as you learn lessons in life, you complete, so you don't hang out with the same people you used to hang out with. It's not like you know them, but you don't hang out with them no more. Or you don't do certain things that you used to do, because just like an alpha, you just some people wear it, some people don't. Some people don't do things like they used to do. So imagine a chick that's into manifestation, and when my son and one of my sons, what I'm saying, say he goes into a cave and he starts breaking elements and practicing martial arts in caves. Now I would literally call my caretaker once he has his education is complete to literally put him away himself, because you don't do stuff like that in conduct, because it could reflect a certain type of way in a paradigm according to certain intensity and light, and then it can be dangerous from another individual, especially if individuals ain't close-knit or tied and they're not speaking about their situation they're going through. Then it could be very detrimental. So you got to be very careful to what reflects even on other social habitations, even at a time. But say for instance, a chick that's put away, say like I spoke about your Shabbat, where the moon put her away because of certain ignorances of hers of the physical reality and things that she was doing at times. So say she's in a cave on a high level. So my wife, if it takes my wife at a level to put something away, that means it must have been at a high level where my wife had to literally feel like she had to go at it all to go put it away. So now this has nothing to do with me because I'm not her husband, but she wants me with her. She wants me to be alive. She wants me in space. She wants me to be on Earth. She wants me to be able to call her when you know. But my wife, all my wives, even the Element Empress, she wants the same thing, but she don't want certain people in the house. It's just like when I got shot in Boogie Night. It was a side injury to my side of my head and my heart. So she don't want my wife, where I was staying in Brooklyn. She don't want nobody upstairs at a certain time in the crib because she looks at that person like a danger. So usually that person will probably be trying to manipulate physics and then really get at an individual a certain type of way. But I'm a person of very I'm very I'm very hilarious, well mannered, also a calming person when it comes to one's natural uh, social man mentorship in the physical reality, certain things, even of one's consciousness, even of one's communication, and a very precise and wonderful etiquette of one's reality, and I can identify certain things a certain type of way for you. So, but say for instance, my wife feels like I'm in danger because of certain things in the paradigm. She don't want people upstairs in my house because that's like an endangerment to certain things a certain type of way. So she don't want a person being manipulated or trying to get attached. But anyway, let me go back to the other story I was telling you. Say like my son, say he gets put away in a cave. We learn in martial arts he breaks elements. You gotta remember, every one of my wives are like a planet in the atmosphere. I'm just telling you something to continue from while speaking. So don't think I'm switch flopping and all type of stuff. I'm just really trying to develop your consciousness to have you get different point of views, even at a point of reality for individuals' consciousness to their natural conduct or vibration. But say, for instance, my son or my international security or my child, they're somewhere and doing certain things, and then you remember every one of my wives I give an atmosphere and planet to. So if my son, he gotta realize the reason of conduct, even in intensity and light. So say he one day he goes somewhere, he hears something, he wondering what is it, and then he's learning about it, and then he sees this chick, and then she tells him little by little, go do this, go do that, 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 and then he's doing it, and then slowly but surely she's manifesting because of other levels of other things going on in the paradigm. And because there's a difference, there's girls that can really do stuff like that to honor an individual to see what their conscience is about, or there's people that can be manipulated to manifest, and when they fully manifest at a time, it'll be too late. It's just like one of my sons. One time he went in this cave, he was doing things, and then he met this chick, and she had him doing all type of things because she was trying to manifest and trying to get out the element a certain type of way. But it has so much magic and power and protection. She needed him to go everywhere, find out about certain things, and come back to her. And then next thing you know, she would try to realize what the magic was about and stuff, and then try to come out the element and then fully manifest in the physical reality. It's like she already manifests, but it wouldn't be fully manifest to the level where she wanted to be. Like he used to come to the cave, so because I gave ladies literally in paradigm that I gave them before atmospheres, and also I gave them atmospheres. I gave them uh other forms of mythology, metaphysics, and other things. So, to fully manifest, she has an atmosphere that's already like a glass bowl, it's like a paradigm of time to, me, I'm gonna be real, I could, either way, I'm just good. I'm good with mine. But say for instance, like a paradigm of time. Say the girl didn't fully manifest, so she'll have him running around, and then she came to my son one day and was like, "Yo, where's a fire starter?" Threw chicken at him. Was like, "Yo, I need this and chicken," and then asked for the fire starter because she wants to know where her husband is. Because certain girls got to learn to communicate through time. So when things are happening, for an individual to be able to comprehend what's really going on with them a certain type of way, right? It's just like, seeing a chick after a while and the person doesn't realize, and then the chick be telling you something, and then it just be like, yo, it's just constant the way she's going about situation, because she it's just real what a person wouldn't realize, but she realized. So it's just like, say for instance, a chick threw meat at my son, was like, where the fire start with Ra, because I'm the real Ra, also the real Osiris. So, today is December 29th, 2020. So I hope you see what I'm saying, and I'm gonna be real. Originally it's really me, because I'm the parent of other individuals, but other individuals didn't realize certain things. But don't worry about it. If certain people take a real good look, they'll realize certain resemblances of certain things, and then you'll understand what I meant. But as I said though, say an individual throws, she threw chicken at the nigga, told him to go do this, go do that, and then when she fully manifests after a while coming through the element, then my other wife will go crazy, because she'll be wondering what the fuck is that, and then she'll already be on it. You know what I'm saying? So it doesn't really concern me in these times, because some people were ahead of time before their time, some people wasn't, some people would just be on stupidity and didn't understand the danger of why they shouldn't have did certain things, and then a person trying to warn them, because like I said, I gave my wives an atmosphere and planets, but they didn't realize the full capacity of what I did for them certain times away. I already knew I completed everything, even in all their jewel stones and elements. Some of them, if they didn't make it, it's because of them, but it's because their fault. And I'm not going about situations a certain type of way. I already completed. I already went through it. So it's just like, in a paradigm, if I gotta think about certain things, where I should be wonderful and happy in my life and going forward, I take the time out, consideration to refresh what you should in you on a level, even in a paradigm where it can comprehend to your consciousness, then you got a real serious situation on your hand. Because as I'm talking about, just like the situations with people breaking into the elements, now imagine why a person was put away in a paradigm of time. And then think about this: what do you really have? What the person really want to manifest on a level? And if there was people in the paradigm of time that, I'm a bounty hunter. I used to bounty hunter. I'm the real Orion. So if there was people, and I'm head of international security, so if there was people around doing certain things, and I was going after them before. Remember, I went on social recovery. There was other men. I had so many children. So many of them could have handled it, right? So what was causing it at the time? With other individuals and their conduct. It's just like my wife. I tell her, I can't battle my wife's boyfriend's conduct through time. It's kind of tiring. Certain of my wives, like, certain things are forever, so it's kind of tiring a certain type of way. This is why you don't let people take advantage of your physical, because if you're doing mythology and magic, that means you gotta travel within your own time, and you don't want to be coveted or overwhelmed in your own coven of yourself, because another person just fucked you over to be old, and then didn't have consideration for an individual. So you got to think about that yourself. You know what I'm saying? Even in the paradigm of time. And even with my wives, I tried to warn them. That's why a lot of them got put away, because they wasn't listening. So, as much as they were pretty and love, I felt the way. There was times I knew I had to put my wife away, and my other wife was gonna put away, and I just stood there like, I made my love perfect. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why I stumbled like that at the time. So, because example is everything in life. So, I used to have emotionals already, want to cry. So it led up to certain things happening in the physical reality, in a paradigm that I had to literally go conquer a certain type of way in a paradigm. So, she might think I was being cold hearted, and I was really in love because I'm the real lover of all social star charts. But it's just the education when a person feels sorry that a person doesn't realize the education, and then I'm already doing the realest situations in life, and the person that got the most comprehension that wouldn't upset or make a man mad is the one that receives this type of love. And then, I look at another person as harsh because the intensity of my emotions, even of the martial arts, I'm already moving with. So some of my wives didn't even comprehend that at the time. And I was just like, yeah, I got to keep it moving. And then, they didn't realize what they were doing to themselves. And I didn't want other men realizing or other people realizing certain things. So I just went another way, you know what I'm saying? I'm a very educated man. And then I had to educate them to the physics. So it was a lot of situations, you know what I'm saying? And you don't take advantage of people because you don't know who their parent is, and according to their conduct of their mythology, metaphysics of their physical reality in life, even at a time, and what they did for individuals. That's like when feminine beings used to go after my children. I used to be like, oh man, I gotta go through this and go get my child and stuff because your stupid old ass want to go touching things and touching people. You don't know who's who, and then next you don't want to cause your own death in the same atmosphere. I don't want to say nothing, man. Some chicks gotta understand, like, if a person's trying to end the world, and then you're a part of the social habitation, and then you were put away, and then you happen to be out for one reason and trying to live. Think about it. You want to survive and live to the next day. Think about this. A chick comes out, say she comes out some pyramid, or not a pyramid, some type of casket, or a jug or something from ancient time, or a realm of dimension or whatever. And then you're trying to survive to see the next day in life. And then you have another person that's trying to end it all already, that wants to link with you and doesn't give a fuck about you living for tomorrow. It just wants to make sure it knows what you know, and it also wants to finish a physical, that an abuse a certain type of way, where the person that made you, that loved you, concealed you a certain type of way, even with protection. On the flip side, even with protection, and then another person try to break through it. Like that, I'm a real romantic, but some chicks, when they realize that in a paradigm time, sometimes you can't interfere with the next point of enlightenment, even of social habitation. This is why I'm supposed to be driving, because as I drive at a certain speed, certain empresses gotta. It's like a parallel pull. They gotta stay in their social habitation, and they can't move a certain type of way because I'm already traveling even at a more momentum fast rate. So they're able to reflect and be precise to the places that they want to be, even if they have to be around other family members or other social habitation to make sure their point is alert. But I don't want to speak about it. Some people just thought they were being greedy. I don't want to speak about certain things. But I'm a real romantic to the things I did in life. But another person will never know. And if they try to be me, most likely it'll be causing the end of the world. You'll see it play out in the physics, and there's nothing else to say. But as I said though, it's like be bullshit, and you just a person be wanting to make love and have a real compassion sex that leads into love, and then a person's over there trying to fuck you or break your heart or causing intensity emotions that's causing you to even have a heart attack. It's not the orgasmic feeling you're looking for. Then you got to really think about what's going on. And either way, because if that person's doing that to you, it could just want to blame you because something they did for somebody else, and then you, if it did that before and its physical was like that. It's just like when I used to tell men, you don't cut your hair when the empress is on you. The reason being you don't cut your hair because she was vibrating on you. We need to get a jewel stone an element. She was already vibrating on you. You can't wear her like she's just some wonderful fibers of a fucking dress. You got to really think about certain things. You do certain things on a level, another person will be just wanting to blame a person on another level because they just want to combat with that person. They just manipulating the face to get at an individual, or it could be something they're regarding, or it could be literally they're manipulating it and they just don't care, or it's something, the reason why another person was put away at a certain time, didn't realize it, and then next you get up and then you have your own journey and adventure. Because I'm a real parent. Also, not only am all my wives from 5'9" and down, 6 feet and down, I'm not only am their real soulmate, I'm their real parent also. I'm not gonna explain that because I don't want you to think that yeah, I'm the real I'm the real Caesar, but I ain't gonna tell you certain things and how I get down with purity, and then when things are done on a level, how I dismiss it a certain type of way because at the time I'm ready to be moving in social equality. It's just like if my wife has manifested here and then she starts having a hard time in her social habitation to her anatomy. So I gotta literally handle that because that's not how she naturally is. So a person could be able to tell, and then a parent gotta be able to go do certain things so individual can survive. So and I'm a person. I'm precise, but I told you I'm the real Orion. But I don't want to say nothing. But anyway, man, y'all have a wonderful, I gotta get some sleep because I've been traveling and I've been in central booking, all types of situation because individuals had me essential booking in 2020 when they weren't supposed to, and I'm the paradigm of time. And then I was just thinking about other situations and how real it is. But another person, when they're going through things, they don't want nobody to notice because some certain things that they already been going through or certain things that already been happening. I don't want to get too involved in depth in this conversation because this is something for like me and my wife to be slaying down, sleeping about speaking because I'm a real doctor, so she won't even realize what I'm doing a certain type of way, and then um literally regarding her physical to the situation, and then it's just like these are things Athena used to love about me because she would just it was just arouse her naturally because of what I'm anyway. I don't want to speak about it, but y'all have a wonderful nighttime. It's nighttime now. Y'all have a wonderful nighttime, and then we'll speak again when I think is called for. Love one.